my channel. So I'm back with another Indian type of makeup look. I got a lot of requests to do like a glitter cut crease. So I've done like a glitter half cut crease because I prefer doing a half cut crease on my eye. I feel like it's a little bit more flattering than a full-on cut crease to the end, because for me, I feel like that's quite draggy, and although it's a beautiful look, it just doesn't suit me. This kind of half cut crease is flattering for most people, so that is why I've decided to do this, as well as flattering for me. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy watching this look. Let me know if you want me to do any more Indian wedding guest makeup looks. Even if you're like the bride and it's your reception, this look will totally work. But yeah, if you're a guest, why not turn up looking poppin' too? But for now guys, if you want to know how I got this makeup look right here, then please do keep on watching. So first up, we've got the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I've got this in the shade medium, and I'm going to use this as a base for the eyeshadows. And I like doing my eyes first because you can just get it out the way, and if there's any fallout you can clean up. And also I like using the Tarte Shape Tape because it sets matte and it doesn't crease, and it's just really good as an eyeshadow base, and it's gonna like wipe out any discoloration. And then I'm going to use my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder just over the top of that, just through the crease and above it, so that the eyeshadows that we blend over the top kind of don't stick to the concealer and they blend so much nicer and smoothly. Then I'm taking this MAC X9 palette. I think it's the burgundy one. I'll leave the shade and name for everything down below. But I'm taking like this mauvey pink shade from the palette, and I'm blending this through the crease and above it. And as you can see, I'm taking it in circular motions. So what that does is it blends the eyeshadow slightly higher, because you want this one to be buffed out. And then I'm also going to take this along the lower lash line too. Moving on, I'm going to take the shade Fashion Addict by Makeup Geek, and I'm just pressing this onto the outer corner of the eye, and then I'm going to softly like blend this through the crease and make sure it's nice and like buffed out as well. You also want this shade to be a little bit blown out too. You also want to make sure this colour is right in there into like the inner corner of the eye, because we are going to create a cut crease. So yeah, we want the colour all the way along the eye and then also along the bottom. Then I'm taking the shade Curfew by Makeup Geek also, so it's a slightly deeper purple, and I'm just going to take that over the top of the first shade on the outer corner of the eye to deepen things up, and then again taking it through the crease. But I'm not going to blow this shade out too much, and we want the darker bit to be a bit more, to give a bit more definition in the crease, if that makes sense. And then of course on the lower lash line again, and then go back in with some more blending. Then to cut the crease, I'm going to use the NYX Glitter Glue, which I think is amazing with any glitter. And then I'm using this Peaches Makeup Pigment, but it's a glitter pigment, and in the shade Disco. So on a MAC 242 brush, honestly this brush does all the work for you. You just want to cut that crease, girl, and I like to go slightly higher than the like actual crease. So rather than going like into the deep inner bit of the crease, that will make your eye appear a little bit smaller. But if you just go slightly above it, it makes your eyes look so much larger. And then on the edges, I'm just going to feather a little bit of glitter out so it kind of blends out. And then I'm going to take Fashion Addict again by Makeup Geek, and I'm going to blend that onto the edges of that glitter and then go back in with some more. So it's almost like there's like a little fade, a bit of an ombre effect going on between the glitter and then the shadow on the outer crease. Then going back into the MAC X9 palette, and I'm taking the burgundy shade from it, and this is Sketch by MAC. You can actually get that individually. And I'm just placing this on the outer corner of my eye, and then I'm just blending this through. And then going in with a bit more of that Sketch eyeshadow, just really close to that like glitter cut crease line, just for more definition. And then of course just blending in between each step, and then sketch along the lower lash line also, just to deepen things up a little bit more and bring that definition. So everything we're doing on the top of the eye, we're doing on the bottom, and make sure everything's connected on the outer corner of the eye. And then I'm taking the shade Shimmer Shimmer by Makeup Geek, and I don't normally apply like shimmery eyeshadows on my on my brow bone. I usually just leave it, but I wanted to add a bit more glam, so I applied that just on the top of the brow bone and then blended again. And then for liner, I've got this Artist of Makeup liquid liner pen. Honestly, this liquid liner pen is so easy and amazing to use. Yeah, so I'm just winging out that liner, and it was so easy with this pen. And then I just want to drag it into the inner corner of the eye a little bit to elongate it and give it a bit of a cat eye effect. And then for foundation, I'm mixing and I'm using the NYX Drop Foundation in the shade Caramel and Classic Tan. So I'm applying Classic Tan, which is a little bit lighter, in the center of the face, and Caramel everywhere else. Yeah, be really careful when you apply this, guys. It kind of does go everywhere. I have done a full review on this foundation, so I'll link it for you now if you want to know a little bit more about this foundation. But yeah, then I'm just blending it in with the new NYX Beauty Blender Sponge. I'm then taking the shade Deep Rich from the same NYX foundation, and I'm just going to contour with this. And honestly, this shade was so beautiful and perfect to contour with. I'm just dotting this on the temples and just, as you saw, along my cheekbones, and then just down the sides of my nose also. And then I'm blending it in with the same sponge, and I can't tell you how easy this was to blend out. Like, normally with cream contouring, I don't really bother with it because it just takes so long to blend, but this was so easy. I loved the finish of it also. It just looks so good and natural. Like, once it all blended in, you want to make sure it's all blended in nice and close to that hairline as well, so you don't have a funny line. And then I'm just blending in the nose, and then using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer again, I'm just going to highlight now, so and also cover up them dark circles, girl. So yeah, this is just going underneath the eyes, also down the bridge of my nose, cupid's bow, chin, forehead, all of the usual places. Now I have a slightly smaller forehead, so I take the concealer higher up on my forehead. If you have a larger forehead, then you want it like a little bit smaller in the center of your head. So yeah, I'm just blending this in again with the same sponge, and it's an amazing sponge because it's got like a flat side to it also, which makes it really nice and easy to use. And then I'm using a small brush to just blend in closer to the lower lash line so I don't get it into the eyeshadow. But I'm going to go back in with a little bit of eyeshadow just on my lower lash line to make sure it's nicely, softly blended out. Then I'm going to go in with the iconic London Illuminator Drops in the shade Original, and I'm just going to apply this on any areas that I want to highlight. And then I'm again blending it in with the same NYX sponge, so it's very handy to use. I'm not using any powder in this look, guys, so like I'm not gonna bake or anything like that, so I'm going in with nice glowy products, and I'm taking whatever's left on my sponge just on my forehead, cupid's bow and chin also to brighten. Then for bronzer, I'm using this Buxom bronzer in the shade Tahiti, and this is gorgeous. It reminds me of the Huda Beauty bronzy shade in that palette, but a bit better and deeper for bronzing, so it's really good. So I'm just taking that over any areas where I already cream contoured, and then I'm just going to further contour my nose with powder, and this is the Makeup Geek powder, and I'm just going to create a little ball at the end of my nose. And then for highlight, I've got the Sleek Distorted Dreams highlighter. I think that's the one. I'll leave the name of it down below. But I'm taking the golden shade from it and just placing this on the top of my cheekbones, and this combination of the liquid and powder highlighter was beautiful. And then I'm just going ahead and applying this highlighter everywhere else that I already have, just to further brighten and add more glow to this look. Why not? And then for blusher, I'm using the shade MAC Melba, which is such a pretty shade. I feel like it suits so many people and it goes with so many different looks. So just applying this on the apples of the cheeks and taking it back into that contour. And then for mascara, I'm just going in with a bit of Tarte Maneater mascara, and I'm applying it on top and bottom lashes. And then for falsies, I've applied Arwa lashes in the style Sara, I think it is. And then for the lips, I've got a bit of a combination going on. So I'm lining my lips first with MAC Half Red Lip Liner. I like to go in and mark like the middle point and then start from the outer corner and work my way in. And then I'm applying Huda Beauty Trophy Wife liquid lipstick, and then going in with a bit of Anastasia Beverly Hills Pure Hollywood just in the center, and then a bit more of the Huda Beauty one to just blend everything together. But this, guys, is the finished look. I hope you like it. Give it a big thumbs up if you did. Comment down below, subscribe for more, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in my next one. Mwah. Bye.